sending email to friends, naka-group sila sa Manila, sa Bacolod, sa other places kung saan sila. And then I was so amazed of the responses even tonight. Nandun sa England, si Liz Chalmers, sabi niya, sige Pastor, send me your prayer request and I will connect with the other missionaries here in England and will be praying for you. So, sa mga friends sa Bacolod, Manila, and other places, kung saan sila, sabi ko, you group yourselves into 3 or 4 over a cup of coffee. Prayan nyo ang DMI. We need to ask guidance and direction and answers from the Lord. And so there are lots of responses, mga friends. Add me. I-add sila sa prayer group. So I think that is one of the good effect. If God is sending 70, sa pag-meeting nyo, sabi nila, ibigay ko naman ng hospital. No. If God is sending 70, there are reasons that God can give comfort and blessings, and that is one. Sa kay Ma'am Ginya, kay puli sa November 30, mapuli siya, wala sa masabi ko, test na. True na ng kasal mo. Hindi nakataglaan planta kung true, kung hindi. So, kahit ito na parang ito matuloy din. Yun ang proof. May along the way, naka-problem to crystallize, to make it sure. This morning we will talk about going up to the mountain of God. Going up to the mountain of God. Why are we going there? This room could be the mountain of God. From the stairs, we go up to the mountain, meaning that is the place where we will be talking with the Lord. Why up to the mountain? Because in the cities, you have lots of things to distract you. So, kung dito ka sa mountain, distracted ka na no? May mga bagay na nag-disturb. So, in going up, there are circumstances that you will experience along the way to see the situation here. So, this morning we will go up to the mountain in Isaiah chapter 30, verse 29. We will read. Read all together. Okay? Ready? Begin. You shall have a song as with the night, is kept, and gladness of heart as with the morning, with a light, come out the fountain of the Lord, with the mighty one of Israel. Celebrate. Heavenly Father, we thank you for giving us time like this, that we can focus and set aside business and other things. Though, Lord, as we enter, there may be some other things in our minds that could sway us. So we are praying, Lord, for thy guidance, the direction, and even your help, Lord, that we may be able indeed to focus on you now that we have entered here in this hall of grace, and as we come to your throne of grace, we pray the Lord for your word to prepare us, to give us that desire and that hunger and the need indeed to come to you in your throne of grace to pour out our hearts. Many a times, Lord, we have experienced that time like this when we are so into prayer. We have been complying rather than sitting indeed full of our hearts and give you a full focus. And so there we learn that there are also instances and processes you set in our lives that we will have a meaningful time, that entering into this room will be indeed so serious, and that we will make business then coming to you. We may be using lots of time, Lord, in this room haphazardly, as if we are not really sincere and desire to have a meaningful time with you. And so you have in your own way, Lord, accomplish and fulfill. May indeed our hearts been gotten hold by the Lord. And that time like this will be indeed serious in coming before the presence. Bless us now and enable us to savor the spiritual truths and the spiritual meaning and insights you want us to have. And all these things we trust and pray. In Jesus' name. Amen. Okay. Going up to the mountain of the Lord this morning, that could be spiritual in aspect. Though, as I've said, as we enter, this is not indeed mountain, but can be compared to going up to the mountain. Next. Okay, so we will consider here the lesson first. First lesson is when we enter, when we go up to the mountain. The lesson is, we won't join the journey. We won't come here. You come in compliance, but not in full focus if we are not, if we are in love with the world. What do I mean? As we enter, for example, we have lots of things that we want, we are interested into. So we bring along those things, those thoughts in our hearts, so that you are not in focus with the Lord. So what I mean is that if you are indeed so serious in joining, coming up to the mountain of the Lord, you should be first of all hate the world or not be in love with the world. So the thought is that dissatisfaction with the world is the first step in preparing us to set up for the new journey with God. In other words, we are joining a group of people who will be praying, coming to the Lord. But if that person is not dissatisfied with the world, the journey with the journey with the Lord will not be so meaningful. So if we are dissatisfied, what do we mean by dissatisfied? There is, if God is creating hunger, how does He create hunger in you? For example, I want to pray. And that prayer is so meaningful and so focused with the Lord, He had created something that you have been dissatisfied with other things. Things that occupies your mind. Things that of interest to you. Nang pag-aada siya 100%, prayer would not be so meaningful. Disturb ka. And you could not even pay attention. You could not even pour out your heart because you have been charmed. You have been taken hold by these things. Have you experienced that? If you are invited to prayer, but you are so interested with other things, you could not focus so much, and that your prayer ends up in meaningless prayer and maybe just a form. Standing, right, closing your eyes in a position of prayer, but your heart is not there. And that's also the reason why the Lord could not answer our prayer. So there should be dissatisfaction. God could cause dissatisfaction in us. If in many other times we have experienced coming here without the problem, your prayer is like that. Meaningless prayer. Just like in a form, joining the group, but your heart is so far away from the Lord and is not so focused. But when He creates dissatisfaction, He will send 70 for 3 months. It stirs up the heart so that you will be saying, Lord, at this time, I will mean business with you. Diba? Lord, at this time, I'll be serious. Lord, at this time, I got you. Before we have not been gotten by the Lord, but He creates some things that will enable us to be dissatisfied. For example, if you invite a person, let's go camping, let's go to the mountain. But if he has some other plans and may magkagun sila, he cannot, if he will indeed physically join you, he cannot fully participate because his mind is there. Nasira ang plano. Hindi matuloy ang mga gawin ko. So, in other words, if you have some plans and interesting things to do, joining a thing like this won't give you a special focus to the Lord. So, dissatisfaction, meaning that dissatisfaction is really coming from the Lord, and this is God's way and God's method. It could be different to every person. May problem ka, kung may sakit ka, it could be sickness, it could be dilemma or problem. So this dissatisfaction could be in a different form. But dissatisfaction is there so that it will, with us, it will ilutason ka. It will disengage you in doing these things so that you can have a full focus. If you are not disengaged in these things and you go there, nandun ka lang physically, sabi nila bang present, bodily, physically present, but spiritually absent. So, dissatisfaction is coming from the Lord. And dissatisfaction could be varied to every person. Next thing. Hey, have you experienced this? The more I am disillusioned with the world, the more my appetite is whetted for grace. Kung ilang, example, siya dito yun. Who wants to see God's face? Gusto mo? Hindi ko yun, may ano pa mo? May ano pa ka ba? May program ka pa? Graduate pa po, masakap pa ko sa stage, tapuso ko profession ko. Kung damo ka ganit plano, hindi ka, may interest kasi ng mga bagay. If you are not that disillusioned, you are not 100% in engaging God through prayer. So I guess you get the idea. The more I am disillusioned with the world, the more my appetite is whetted for grace. So pag na-disengage ka na, sabihin ka, isang Ginoo, kunin talaga, wala pa ko kapakasal Ginoo. Hindi anay, pero pagbaon nila kaanin, okay na. Kunin siya ka sa sakit, sa hospital, is it my time? Minsan ka ba? Hindi makatapos anak ko. Is it my time? But the reason why you are asking that question because you are not disillusioned. Pero kung lahat sira, and then the Lord will come to you, I'm ready, Lord, I'm willing. Wala na ako, I'm off I go. Okay, so that should be the experience of every Christian and the true experience of person who is engaging the Lord through prayer. Next. That's our picture. Tingnan nyo ang ano nila. Tingnan nyo ang ilang posisyon. Ilan nagadupo na? Nagdawlagan na? Ilang mga not so invigorated, energized in going, may mga ginaisip na ba? Will be going up to the mountain, hindi na po ka-internet sila. Na may nakita ko sa Facebook na you are given 1 month in a small house, in a remote place, what will you do? Tagaan ka pira, tagaan ka price. Can you stay 1 week in a place where you will be disengaged with the world? Alahain siguro no. Actually, when you are disengaged with the world, nakafocus ka sa Ginoo. Sa Laguna ba? Ang isa ka-illustration ko. In Laguna, there is no electricity before. Ngayon, mayroon na sila. There's no electricity. So, nasanay ko pag vacation gani, naka-TV ka, electricity ka, dami ka sa maisip na gawin. Pag interest to yung gusto mo, kahit hindi ka na makatulog. Alauna, alas 12, alauna. Pero kung nandun sa bundok, na wala sang ilaw, wala ka sang himuon, wala sang mga programs ka, mga plans, ang libro, ubos lagi. Ubos basa. Anong ibig sabihin? What's the meaning of that? The book is there, but when you are in the city, you have been distracted to come to the book, to open the book. But when you are disillusioned with many programs, wala sang ilaw, wala sang gawin, ubos ang libro to. Nakita ko nga journalist, hindi ko sa journalist ito, just a student, journalism estudyante. Nagpupod kami sa baryo, wala sang sugat. Wala kang sang libro. Pero mga limo niya, obserbahan ko siya, tanang newspaper nga, daan na sa kadaan-daan, inipang halungkat niya kay gutom ang iyang ang appetite na labi niya, hindi siya makatulog kung hindi siya makabasa. Kaya wala sang libro kaya ito sa bukid. Ang mga newspaper nga ginaputo sa sunan lagi, sa kaputo sa mga daan itong mga garbage, napanghalungkat daw kung basa mo. Amon ang ibig sabihin kung God would disillusion us if He will not do this, our prayer for Him is not that meaningful. Our prayer for Him is just formal. Formality lang ba? Ang upod-upod. The prayer ko nung observan ko nga, kung mag-pray, ako dali ako. Haba pa ang uwi sa cellphone. Haba pa ang upo sa siya sa istorya. Observan ko, let's pray. Ang good, kung 2 minutes, kung 1 minute. Pero kung God is working in a way nga ang imo prayer meaningful kay hugok din sa Ginoo, God will cause this illusion. And let's be aware that God is causing these things in our life. And one of that maybe is through money. Sa kasal sa bukid, tingnan mo, ang wala gana, may ginaisip na ba? Bayakan ko, di na ako maka-internet, di na ako maka-kanto sa SM. Ano ang imo hobby? Di na ako sini maka-night life sa Rojas. So, maka-full focus ka doon. So, you cannot, if the Lord will not cause disillusionment, or you will not be disengaged with the things you love and with the things that becomes your hobby. Pag mag-brown out yan, gapala ka nun. Hindi na ko sini. Ano imuon ko sini? Hindi na ko sini mga probinsyano. That's why hindi ko makigawas na kay Ang probinsyano, balik ko, maliit ako. Okay, Isaiah 30:19. Sa ano yun, sa laing version, no? Kung ako sa sabi pa si Pastor Tan, ang may verse sa Matthew 11:28-29, ginbasa niya sa different translation. Kaya ma-emphasize sa different translation, tingnan natin, sabi niya, no? Let's read all together. Ready? Begin. You shall have songs in the night, Lord is yet, and gladness of heart, as the voices of the songs and the flute. And go to the mountain of the Lord, the rock of God and of life. Ready? Begin. You shall have songs in the night, Lord is yet, and gladness of heart, as the voices of the songs and the flute. To go to the mountain of the Lord, the rock of Israel. So there is the idea that he will cause disillusion, problem, loneliness, but there he will cause disillusion in here in these things that gives you interest, but there he will give you songs in the night. Nakukuha ko sa iyang idea mga i-disillusion katagaan niya ka problem that will cause you discouragement and you'll be fully so sad. But then he will cause you to hear music and give you what they call songs in the night. Wala ng songs in the night. Lulabay na siya sa nabata ba nga matulugon mo, kinakantahan sa nanay pag magtulog. God is doing that to us. He will disillusion us to the things of interest to us. Kanami ka sa siya direct. Amo ng interest ko. Papriyod ba kay walang meaning na. He will cut us off and give you discouragement and heartaches and pain. But then, to also give you encouragement songs. Songs in the night. Ano lang songs in the night? Hindi na kanta sa kung ano man kanta na siyang ligunon ka sa Diyos. And on the way, as you go up, as you in the mountain, may sa bukit, malukso-lukso ka, may kapoy, flood ka, He will give you songs to encourage you as you're about to, mahal yung pa, wala na, di ba lang may mga experiences ka nga, nag-decide ka pag-upod, along the way sa gitna na, ang mga galing kang dumanta, kakuplay na di galing, pangit mo na pag-upod ba? Sabi yung kabihan na ito, sabi yun, kaya naman sayang, kapinsan nga, hanin na mo ko sa Jagre, pero along the way, if you go to the mountain, may mga hardship, may subak kang usukon, may wala sa bridge, may takuladon kang magsungko ang imutugod sa imo chin. Kapoy, sana wala na akong ukod. At that time when you experience that difficulty, God is saying, I will give you songs in the night. Hindi na gabi nga nagtulog ka. Along the way in your hardships, He will give you songs like this. So, introduction pa lang ka. It says here, God's straight and normal way is His path going to the mountain of the Lord. Normal way will always be uphill climb. Basta mountain ka sa kaan mo, hindi na downward. Usually, it is uphill climb. There is even a verse that says, who will go up to the mountain of the Lord? Who can climb the hills of God? Who can climb the hills of God? It says here, each day, each day, as you take steps, you are heaping heartaches and destruction. Nasa mountain din man. Dahil sa valley lang, si Peter, atong story natin sa Transfiguration, si Peter, sa valley, naiwan ka, lubog sa daghan sa mga comfort na. Here, as you go up there, you'll be heaping every steps and every day, heartaches and destructions. Consider this in the life of Saul. In Saul's life, though he was chosen and appointed to be apostle of the Lord, while still in his mother's womb, yet after he was born, he passed the time as a persecutor. And that being a persecutor, he played, that being a persecutor played an important role in his life as a missionary later on. Did you think so? Diba si Pablo is saying, nag-testify siya sa Galatians, while I was yet in my mother's womb, God had appointed me to become an apostle, to become a missionary. But after that, when he was born, he was studying in a rabbinical school to be a rabbi. He was a persecutor. He was searching for Christians and drag them into court and punish them, beaten. But that experience of Paul enabled him to serve the Lord diligently. Kung wala to, ito, nag-aanta ka mo Bible ko sa, sino sa inyo, kung pinsan nga sa apostles, si Pablo naka-join, sino sa inyo ang may pinaka? Kung, human speaking, wala ka na compare sa nila o ang servants ko. Kahit ka-teachers, wala din ang compare. Kaya iba-iba kitang gift. Pero sa ilang apostles, human speaking, sino ang pinaka-daghan na gawa para sa Ginoo? Si Pablo nagsulat sa daghan sinulatan ng libro. Si Peter, may sulat sa 1st and 2nd Peter. Pero si Paul, 13, excluding ang Hebrews, 13 books. Sino naka-start sa simbahan na daghan sa iyong missionary journeys na kabudlay wala sweldo? Si Pablo. So, saan galing to? Saan siya nagkuha hugot? Saan siya nagkuha sa encouragement sa pag-ibig siya? Was it because of anything? That could be traced back because he had done so much wrong. He will do something so much to the Lord. Ang tao ba wala nakakita na daghan siya sa lahat? Sabi niya, okay lang siya. Hinay na mag-work sa Ginoo. Pero ang tao nakakita sa sobrang nasala sa iya kabuhi. Maningkamot na siya. Maningkamot sa Ginoo. So, that's abuse ang mga monergism ng books na. If you have seen God's holiness, that God is so holy, makita mo sa sarili mo, you are so sinful. But if you have not seen so God so holy, you cannot also see yourself that you are so sinful. And so that is the comparison. So the missionary journeys of Paul and his accomplishment in life has an effect in that, even though he was chosen by the Lord while still in his womb, in his mother's womb, he had grown up to become a persecutor. Siya to ang nagpapatay sa kay Stephen. Ginbato nila si Stephen. Sabi niya, ako ang risgo. Lahat. Ang nagbato sa kay Stephen, magbutang sang ilang damit, sang ilang coat as a guarantee. Butang ng coat nila. Ibig sabihin, sagot ko to. So sabi ni Pablo, ako ang risgo ako ang basulon, ako ang principal. So in that case, he was so playing as a persecutor that in the latter end, being a persecutor caused him to give his life. Kabalo pa ko sa aking testimony ni Pablo, gin-enumerate niya, 40 times ginawit sila, ginahanot sila sa may mga law sa Jewish custom nga kung paluon ka, hindi magsubra sa 40. Hindi palo na kuha na, palo na sa initiation ng land, padong. Hindi mo na. Ang palo niya yan, sa dulo may bakal na pagbubugnot, magtabi ng imong pangit. Sabi niya, 40 minus 1. He has been, many times gibato sa Listra, almost dead. But that was, when he was dead, he went to the third heaven. Nasa 2 Corinthians, sabi niya, it is not worthy to tell you, but I have this experience. I went to the third heaven. Pero kung ko tagaan ka sa mga amo sila, tagaan ka man sa experience na at the moment God is saying, I will give you thorn in the flesh so that you will not pop up. Kaya kasi magtikal ka mga kanto mo sa third heaven, hindi ka pagpatikalon sa inyo, tagaan niya ka sa thorn in the flesh so that it will make your mouth close. Kasugiron ka na ba? O mapabugal ka na. So that was still the part that when he became a persecutor, it led him, sabi isang Ginoo sa kay Silas, sa kay Saul na nag-baptize sa kay Saul, I will show you how this man will suffer for me. But in that suffering, it goes to the point of replayed back to the time when he persecuted the followers of the Lord. Okay, tapos introduction ito na. Is there other ways we could climb up the hills of God? Are there other ways? May iba bang nga daan? Is there a shortcut? Is there other kung itiglang road na ito, kung mag-traffic, kung binary road sila, diversion. Is there any diversion road where we could climb up the hills of God? No, there's none. There's only one way, and that way is God's way. And here, let's thank the Lord that in that God's way, recorded in our scripture, the Lord had set before us the pilgrim's way. They left us footprints. Okay na mga sila ka? Kung mag-agi na sila, wala na sang sign sa road. But the Bible left us footprints and lifting strings of summer songs rehearsed along the way. May ano sila. Ano ang isa ka proof na may nag-agi di ka nagsaka. May naiwan na kanta. May songs in the night na na-recorded. And along the way, may footprints na ilaginagihan. Hindi footprints yung kasala. The journey's end. Okay. Next. So, the insight that we will see here, the normal way. Going up should be made in the days of you are needing encouragement. Ito sinabi na sa dissolution ba? You will not go to that mountain, ilang road na, sabi ko kanina, is there other ways? There is no other ways. The only way in which you will go up into the mountain is the time when you are so disillusioned and you are seeking for encouragement from the Lord. Because going up should be made in the days of encouragement. That's the time when the world is not anymore giving you pleasures and happiness, and you are not seeing any hope of anything to recovery. Disillusion is broken ka na. No other insights of receiving other helps. This is the way in which when you go up to the mountain of the Lord, you are in the days of needing special encouragement. You are needing sunshine. You are to rejoice and experience joy and hope as you prepare. That's why, may mention kanina, there is that song in the night. Naangit-tagaan ka song in the night. Because along the way, you go to the mountain, it's too difficult. It's too dangerous. It is too risky. That at a moment, if you are not being disengaged from the world, you will say, I'll go back. Ulit ko. Tuntuan ko si John Mark. Si John Mark ka ito. This is John Mark. Mark John. Mark John, baliktad niya. John Mark na mas Bible. Si John Mark, wala ko sa istorya niya, he was a young man. Wala na sana engaged sa world, but he's a young man. But this young man, his life is, economically speaking, ang mama niya wala na siya papa. Si Jaman tungkol sa Bible. Wala na siya papa. Nabalo na niya mama. Pero kung mabalo ka gani, problem na sa Bible ba? Kung balo gani babae, pinakapuro na siya. Pero ang maayo na kahit pagkapatay sa papa niya, may naiwan sila kabala, na property na Lord. So, will off si John Mark. Maayon to sa iya pagka-will off, wala siya na-engage maayos sa world. Sa nagsabi si Paul and Silas na, they will go on mission journey, sabi ni John Mark, pugo, na walk the mountain, pugo. Nakakamon na kayo sa katulad to, daghan sang problem, kang sang difficulty, wala sila kaunong. Hindi bilo pa 70 ang inalbatong. Nagka-problem sila. Ano tabo? Kaya hindi nakafocus si John Mark, sabi niya, puli ko. Nung puli siya. Ginbayaan nila, sabi ni Paul sa sulat niya sa later on. We were so in need of John Mark's service. But he left us. Pag second journey, nag-report na sila sa Jerusalem. Nag-report sila sa Antioch Church. Nabatian what ni John Mark, sabi niya, upod ko. Sabi ni Paul, pag inugay ka, ginhimo mo na isa, himuon mo ikaduwa. Pero si Barnabas na ano niya, naghatag sa kwan ba, sa Pope. Siya, isang magsimbi. Siguro ito first lesson ng dunia. As na nakarealize sa kanila. So because of that, sado kahitin siya argument sa dua, missionaries, nag-away sila, nagsipak sila. Gidala ni Pablo si Silas. Si Barnabas, ginukod niya si Bernard. Pero nagwapo, effect, no? Nag-away, pero nagduwa na grupo. Later on, si Pablo sa tigulang na, patunay siya sa Rome na preso sa cave. Na preso sa dungeon, nagsulat siya sa kayo, bring John Mark with you. He is profitable unto me. Kung hindi binigyan ni Barnabas sang second chance si John Mark, wala na. Wala tanig sa Mark na po na gospel. But because Barnabas gave second chance to his, kaya ko niya, hinablos niya, nipiyo niya si John Mark. Sabi ni Peter sa uli, sabi ni Paul sa uli, pumalit ni Paul ba? Sabi niya kay Luke, hindi ako nagpon sa kain ng pakonsuelo. Di konsuelo di bubo. Katar ka, ba't ikaw sa katar? Konsuelo di bubo. Pwede konsuelo kay di bubo. Konsuelo siya kawan. Sabi niya sa kay Luke, please bring John Mark with you. I have heard that it is profitable unto me for the ministry. Na-insight naman ako. In the days of encouragement, kung kung kailangan mo encouragement sa Ginoo, si Barnabas, nakikita sini. Ang meaning ng Barnabas, son of consolation. Ano mga kalam na sa Bible? Puro biyan. Wala na siya nagalisa. Every time nakita nyo ang nangalan, hanggang ilang trabaho, hanggang sigo. May isa lang ka, hindi ko nakita. Si Onesimus, ang meaning niya, worthy. Pero naghihimo siya before sa pagka-worthy niya, may itouch ang Ginoo nga i-break niya para magiging worthy na. He is so unworthy as a servant. Hinakaw niya ang property ni Philemon. Nagtakbo sa Rome. Naubos man to. Ikaw siya naubos. Nakita siya sa mga Christians nga gutom sa dalan, gidala siya sa meeting ng ginawalihan ni Pablo. Nag-Christian siya. Pagka-born again niya, sabi niya, din-confess niya isa sa kay Paul. Sabi ni Paul, balik ka sa katay. Nag-aantasulat. I-reconcile ko kamo. That time, ang pagka-unworthy, ang pagka-worthy niya nang totoo. Basta mga nalang sa Bible, Barnabas, son of consolation. Ang niya palagi trabaho. He's not good in preaching. Ang trabaho niya palagi encourager. Saan si Pablo na-discourage kay ang mga Christians hindi kilala sa iya. Persecutor na siya. Hiinto na ka na. Basi, kwanto trap na to, trap. This is a trap. Nagpalapit si Barnabas. He is a son of encourager. Encourage siya mga Christians siya. Sabihin niyo si Paul. Totoo na siya, totoo. Kinanglanong niya si Paul. Kaya mga Christians ka mo lang po, kaya naman hindi sila maayos sa anong babagay, but we are in giving encouragement. Okay, so God prepares us along the way na wala mga songs of comfort or encouragement. Okay. So, itong subject natin, this is an intriguing subject. Also, this is fascinating. Ano kasi fascinating? you will be standing in awe of us. Huh? You will be bewildered. And much more, there will be left in us memories that is so incredible a memory.